Self-development with tactics.
So, today is a special day. Today for my dinner, very late once again at 8 p.m, which is actually the time that I want to stop eating for several reasons. But I didn't, and so I do hope that I'm gonna be done at around 9 p.m. But today for dinner I'm having sauerkraut and also my oats, and well, that's probably gonna be it. Maybe some fruit after I've eaten the oats, or maybe another portion of oats. I need to decide that, but I love sauerkraut because it is so fucking low in calories. And you know, you could basically eat tons and tons and tons of it. It always depends on which sauerkraut you're taking. And it is also extremely fucking cheap. Like, it is insane. Literally insane. I mean, I guess it is having around like 16 calories per 100 grams, you know, which is like 16 times 5 for half a kilo, which is 880 calories. That's insane for that amount of food. You know, there is nothing I know of which is lower than that in calories, besides water, obviously, but any other, well, cucumber might be the same, but I don't know what is more filling. And also I do like sauerkraut for its gut health thing. You know, it is good for your gut, it's good for your digestion, and my digestion is so shit, it is insane. Anyway, today is one of those days again on which I have to do multiple things at a time because I'm really stressed out, having to do a bunch of things at a time that I really hate, but it is what it is. One can't, do something about that. So let's actually pick a topic so that I can talk while I'm doing things. I need to stop this thinking. Most of the times I feel like a loser or like a person that doesn't know how to be successful. I get this feeling whenever I see people that are my same age and are more successful than me by having a business, or if they have a managerial position. I feel like they know how to make extra money by working from home, but personally I can't do it. I also can't get the job position that I want, even if the people I know have the same degree and experience as mine and they have that position. So basically I don't feel successful like most other people, and this makes me feel like a loser. Comparison is the theft of joy. According to Krishnama, whatever, comparison creates violence in the brain and destroys only. My friend, this is the first Stoic rule or principle according to Epictetus himself in Hydrion chapter 1. There are things which are within our power and there are things which are beyond our power. And this is obviously something that's beyond your and or our power. You know, no matter how pissed you are about that, no matter how much you would actually like to be able to do that and have that job, if they're not giving it to you, then, well, you're fucked. As easy as it is, and also as unfortunate as it is what it is, you know? But yeah, you know, as I said, one can't do too much about that. You have to live with it, and maybe just think about your resume, and or maybe you actually do not have the same experience. Maybe your presentation of yourself is just off. You know, there are so many things that you can control when it comes to getting a job, and there are so many variables, fortunately and also unfortunately. In this case, probably more unfortunately than fortunately, but yeah, it is not in your control. It is what it is. And there is actually so many things that are outside of our control. And I'm still struggling with it. I mean, I still see a ton of things in my life that I'm pissed off by, but I can't do much about it, you know? One of those things that I do often see, you know, which I totally can control, is my attitude and how I view things and how I think about things. And I can choose to think about things in a different way, but it takes effort. And sometimes it's just easier to, to be like, well, you know, everything is against me and everything is bad and I hate this and I just don't want to do it, instead of seeing the good and seeing the positive. Like, I know that, but as I said, it takes effort, a ton of effort. And so I've chosen quite often before, unfortunately, that I do just want to go with the negative. And, well, whatever is not going into the direction I wanted to go in my life, it is pissing me off and it's making me feel sad and or depressed and whatnot. And this is definitely not something that is not happening. I feel bad quite often, to really be honest, and it is only due to my attitude. And I know that, you know, I could change things, but as I said, it takes effort and time, but more effort than time. So yeah, that's my stance on that. Let's see. Image. Stop trying to be liked by everybody. Just be yourself is largely enough. Even though I do want to also say that, you know, some people are just not liked by a ton of people due to certain reasons, you know, and feedback and taking in the feedback from people you care about, which should obviously not be everyone, makes sense nevertheless, because, you know, sometimes by just living, we kind of forget about certain things, and, you know, we maybe get reminded of those things by the feedback that we're getting from other people, which is very important and necessary and can just really be good. Once again, depends on how you view things and how you deal with things, but yeah, can be good, can be bad, but I would rather choose it to be something good rather than something bad, because it makes more sense, you know, which is actually kind of a note to myself as well, like, you know, why do I always have to choose the bad thing? Why do I always choose the depressive side of life instead of choosing the good one and nice one and happy one? But I don't know, like, easily said, not that easy executed, or whatever you want to fucking call it. Something like that. Just something like that. Let's see. How do I stop putting my own worth in other people's hands? I have PTSD and depression. I set a goal back in April to exercise 2 to 3 times a week. In spite of a month-long depressive episode in May, these last 6 weeks I hit my target, which is amazing. And I appreciate that. And I think that especially when you have to deal with PTSD and depression and any other mental illness, working out and moving your body and doing something that is fun for you, and you know, maybe also not that fun, at least not always, at least not in the beginning, I think it is, and everyone should be doing that. I think it makes sense, you know. For me, actually working out quite often, not always today, for example, not really, makes me feel incredible. And on some days, on a lot of days, I correct myself. It is the only time, especially after working out, and I feel good and I had a great workout, the only time when I actually feel really good and feel like, whoa, okay, I want to do more. I want to create something. I want to make something. There's so many ideas in my head all of a sudden, and so many reasons why I want to do them, you know, a ton of motivation just to do those, which basically is, I think, endorphins rushing through my body because of the workout. I don't know which one. I always forget about them. I think there's 3. like serotonin, dopamine, and the other one I've forgotten about. But well, yeah, you really can feel that then, especially also when you then feel the opposite again once the whole peak state is gone and you feel quote unquote normal again. Then I don't want to be like everyone, yes, everything sucks then, no, but things are different then. Today I learned that the Quran references Jesus' mother, Mary, 70 times and holds her in very high regard, identifying her as the greatest of all women. Oh, the Quran, I'm sorry. Mary. Interesting. Monday, I'm starting the 75-day challenge. On Monday, I'm deleting all social media, disappearing from the world, and I'm going to work my ass off, working out 6 days a week, wake up at 5 a.m. and no excuse, it is time for me to grind 75 days of work. For everyone who asks, why not now? I'm currently on vacation, get back Sunday night. See you in 75 days, guys. We will see how it goes. Question. Why getting up at 5 a.m.? What's the benefit of that? Especially when you pair it with working out. You should get enough sleep and you should have a schedule that is working for you and, figure out which schedule to take to feel the best, which may not be waking up at fucking 5 a.m. For me, for example, it is indeed between 6 and 8, I'd say. But, the closer to 6, the better I feel. And, 7 also feels great. 6, 7, in that range, I feel the best. Before 6, when I wake up at 5, which, sometimes is the case, and sometimes I have to. Back in the days, I've actually really liked it because of, reasons. But at that time, I mostly wake up between 6 and 7 and like that quite a lot. It feels like me not having to go to bed too early, and I'm also feeling good about myself because I'm not getting up too late. But on the other hand, it is just early enough so that I can get quite a ton of things done before noon and before I also eat. In terms of fasting, it is great. Yada yada yada. Many reasons why I like it. Anyway, if you don't like it or dislike it, and there is reasons for you not to do it, don't do it. It's like, it's one of those metrics that I've started to dislike and also not understand. Some people just work better into the night. I like the morning. I like getting up. I like doing things in the morning. I quite often dislike evenings. I often also like evenings, depends on the day, depends on whether I have to work or had to work. So many different ways and variables in life, but just do things that work for you. I do understand the whole it has to be hard thing and whatnot, but I don't know. I think there's other ways to make things hard in a way that, things make sense. Deliberately and consciously depriving yourself of sleep is not smart. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna end the episode there. I wish you the best. Bye-bye.